Alright, taking the 2020 Street Bob 107 out today. We're going to hope it does not rain on us. We don't want rain. Shit, come on, peeps. It'll take forever to get out here. All right, here we go. Alright, this bike already feels a little more, what I'm going to say is normal to me. And by normal to me, I mean one that's not going to scoot out from under you. But it's certainly going to give you a fun ride, have enough power, be comfortable. And other than that, let's enjoy the ride. So cruise along in 4th gear. "46 miles per hour. It feels good. It feels a little tamer. A little tamer than the, make sure I have shields down. A little tamer than the 114, which is fine. The 114's got a little too much torque on the 1st gear end. Or the low end, it definitely wants to get away from you. And I'm going to sit in traffic up here too. Okay, this one's clutch is great. No problems. I can get my fingers all the way around this clutch, which was a problem I had the other day with the 114. It did not want me to get my fingers around the clutch. This thing feels great. I can stand up on it. Set flat-footed. This bike feels fantastic. Should have took that sticker off. But that's alright. We're going to look this bike over while we're sitting here. because that's about the best thing we can do while we're sitting here. There's an instrument cluster right here. Gas gauge. And this one also has the self-canceling turn signals. Which is really, really nice. I've never had a bike that had that, so it's actually a wonderful feature. Because I've ridden with people that just keep their turn signals on forever, and you're like, really? You're gonna turn in the woods? Not a good move, buddy. And they're like, oh, we're sorry, we're so sorry, we keep forgetting. So this self-canceling turn signal thing is a good gig to have. Now on Saturday, right about here is where I started getting rained on. We're gonna hope that doesn't happen today, because they just turned me loose with this bike. There was nobody riding with me today. I had a salesman riding with me on the 114. The bug on the face shield. But today they said, no, you just take it out by yourself. I said, okay. So here we are. Downshifting nice and smooth. Ooh, this is really nice. Let's see what I'm in here. Okay, now let's put I just put the high beams on. We're gonna let this baby do some engine braking, but this thing is fantastic. It's just, I can't say enough, and I know anybody that watched the 114 video from Saturday heard me say a million times, this thing just feels so good. And this one feels great too. The thing about this one is it's a lot more user-friendly off the get-go. The torque from first gear does not go straight up a mountain like it does on the 114. Let's hope we can make it back before it starts raining. I don't know why it wants to rain every freaking time I want to go riding, especially on a bike that don't even belong to me. So this is what's called Vivid Black. And it is a beautiful black color. It is a super high gloss, and I'm quite happy to say that there are no swirl marks, no polishing marks, no nothing. Now this 107 engine and transmission combination here on this 2020 Street Bob is a lot more friendly to my style of riding than the 114 was. My style of riding is to massage the gearbox a lot because I grew up riding dirt bikes. So I'm continually up and down in the gear range when necessary. This one's performing nicely. We're going to let it coast down the hill. I'm in 4th gear, doing 36 miles per hour. Time to downshift. This bike will get up and move just as much as you need it to. I don't need the extra low end torque of the 114. This 107 engine is pretty flawless. And for some reason, unlike the 114, I can get my hand all the way around the clutch lever. I couldn't do that on the 114. I don't know why, but I couldn't. And the clutch was a lot stiffer. The spring's super stiff. Here, easy. I really like the minimalist look here. No big dial, speedo gauge, or tack gauge or anything. Just right there implanted or inlaid, if you will, into the risers. So the top of the riser is your friend. Now I thought the 114's rear brake was very anemic the other day, so I'm going to let this guy in front of me get a little ways ahead and get a little speed up here, and when I get ready to stop, I'm just going to use the rear brake only, which is not something I would normally recommend doing. I tend to want the front of the bike and the rear of the bike to stop at the same time. But I do want to test this one out and compare it to the 114 from Saturday. Okay, already feels a little better than the 114 did. Still feel like it needs a little fine-tune adjustment, but not as much as the 114 did. Clutch pull is what I would say is easy. Feels good. Vibration while riding in the handlebars is negligible to me. No big deal whatsoever. I like the it's easy to get into neutral there too. I like the mid controls on this bike. I like them a lot. We're gonna hit that rear brake again. Let's try it out. Even in third gear, it just does really, really good around there. It doesn't want to lug or anything. Man, it's gonna come a storm. Come on, people, let me out. And it's got a lot of smooth power, as you could imagine. Getting on the highway here was really effortless. Just very effortless. There's no lugging, there's no lurching with this bike. Let's see how we can get it to do in second gear. 22 miles an hour. No lugging, no lurching. 17 miles an hour. No lugging, no lurching. Perfect. Can't ask for better than perfect, can we? Take a look at some things. This bike has, because it's a 2020, it has the actual emblem on the outside of the tank rather than just painted. Which I like that. It's a little more old school. So overall thoughts and impressions on this bike is, it's the bike I want to take home. I love it. It feels much lighter than what it is. And a lot of that's due to the weight is underneath you. It's very well, I hate to say balanced, but it's got a very low center of gravity, which is user friendly. So we like that. See how if it yeah, let's get it on up there. 6th gear at 45 miles an hour. So it feels really good. It's just coasting along. It's barely having to work, obviously. But so am I. I'm barely having to work. This bike is effortless to ride. And as much as I like the 114 Street Bob the other day, the 2021, this is, for me, a better bike. It checks everything off the list that I want in a motorcycle. Downshift smooth as well. I'm gonna cut down here and go up the back way. Perfect.